The genre of hand lettering has been around for centuries, and it has a very strange evolution in the sense that it now encompasses very unique modern art forms from the 20th century and the mid-century era, such as graffiti. Now, graffiti is a very unique type of hand lettering style because there are no rules, and because of these various unique stylized versions of graffiti, or otherwise known as graffiti tags, it can seem quite complicated in the way these artists form their lettering and how they put them together to create these cohesive artworks that look really beautiful. However, with that being said, hey guys, my name is Matt. Welcome to another video by artincontext.org, where we explore various art-related topics, and in today's tutorial we will be breaking down the process of how to develop a graffiti tag. So with that being said, let's get into it. It's first important for us to understand what exactly a graffiti tag is. So graffiti tagging, or tags, is a term that has been specifically used to describe a term, word, or name that has been repeatedly painted on the surface of a wall. Now, this form of mural art can often be seen on city walls, lampposts, and other objects that are common within city scenes. To tag is to basically create a very unique term or name that is synonymous with the artist's secret identity. So these tags do maintain a quality of anonymity for the artist, and obviously, for instance, if we look at a very popular example, someone like Banksy, we find that Banksy obviously has this quality of secrecy to obviously protect himself given the circumstance of the spaces that he was in. However, we find that graffiti has shifted away from these qualities and concepts associated with vandalism to the point where graffiti has now been an endorsed type of artistic endeavor, where some cities will even commission artists to create these large-scale murals. Now, with that being said, there are also different styles of tag graffiti. So tag graffiti has changed so much over the years, which has transformed the graffiti designs and styles. With the change in medium and technology, the process of creating graffiti tags has also become a little bit more efficient and seamless. So tagging designs have now moved on from simple textile artworks to detailed and complex muralistic artworks. Some graffiti tagging styles include something such as simple tags. So this is the quickest and most common form of graffiti. So this is because it can be done really quickly, which minimizes any trouble that the artist may encounter should they choose to do their tag somewhere public. However, this tends to be a very minimalistic version of the artist tag that they do really quickly when moving within public spaces. However, the next thing that we're going to look at is called the mural. So since graffiti has become an attraction that has been used as a tool in certain countries to draw in tourists and visitors, again, commissioning graffiti artists has become a major trend, such as in cities like Berlin, for instance. And there have been many commissioned graffiti artists who put up work almost every month. This gives the artist freedom to take their time and develop their work over a longer period of time, pursuing it more as a long-term project where they kind of develop this as an artwork over a city space, and this is where they can obviously integrate more artistic intention around their process. The next thing is stencil. So another popular form of graffiti is to create stencils, which you can put up against a surface. Artists then spray paint over these stencils or paint over them, which takes very quick, and once taken away leaves an image or an imprint on that surface, and this is another quick method of graffiti. The next thing is sticker. So this is a little bit different from other graffiti forms, as the process of sticker graffiti is usually designed on a program and then printed out on a sticker paper, which is then stuck onto walls and various surfaces. Another popular way of doing this is using wheat paste to wipe over the paper that the design is printed on, and the result of wheat paste sticker graffiti make the work more durable and remain longer on a surface. And then the other is hand style. This is perhaps the most practiced form of graffiti, as it is utilized within various genres of art, specifically in the hand lettering genre. So this is where graffiti kind of falls into the hand styles of art category, more specifically of fine art and hand lettering, and as they are often work that kind of works with other hand lettering styles, we start to see how it has become a little bit more popular over the past decade. So this form of graffiti is a little bit more of a design approach and has become a popular means of figuring out the form, shape, and structure of various texts and how they work together. And then lastly is digital. So digital has become a major part of modern graphic design, typeface, and other font-related design categories. Digital graffiti tags have become much more popular, which have now become a visual quality for certain brand identities and can be used as a tool to develop some sort of consistency between digital and physical spaces. So this is where you might see the same type of tag on a billboard or other physical spaces, and as well as in various digital spaces. However, these are some graffiti tags and ideas around how graffiti tags have changed and evolved over the past couple centuries, specifically in the past couple decades. But now we're going to look at how to develop our own graffiti tags. So now that you understand the history and basics of graffiti tagging, you can start creating your own graffiti tags with some direction. Getting into graffiti tagging is a fun way to explore your creativity through a different type of medium, and this is because, again, you can approach it within a digital type of drawing process or a physical hand lettering type of process. But the way in which we start is we want to start by creating a tag name. So the first thing you want to do is create a tag name, and this is synonymous with your graffiti identity. So creating a tag name is what identifies your graffiti tags. Creating a unique identity in text and style is what makes graffiti tagging unique and really fun. And in many ways you can be playful with this. If you are someone who's into noodles, your graffiti tag could be noodles or nudes. We will find that graffiti does have this very humorous, satirical and playful quality to it, and again, playing around with identity and having fun with that anonymity aspect of how to create something unique to your particular style and graffiti identity is completely up to you. But once you have figured out your graffiti identity and name, what you do want to do is you want to start really simple, and this is where you start with hand style graffiti. Now, a good idea is to start small by using the materials that you have available to you. Graffiti hand styles are a great way to learn graffiti, and this allows you to practice on a smaller scale. This will also help you to understand forming various letters through different styles such as bubble style, blocky style, wild style, and various others. But the point of starting with a hand lettering approach is to allow yourself to experiment and figure out your unique style on a smaller scale. Now, once you have developed that, you can start to think about how to shape your letters, how to work with colors, building up certain tonal values and figuring out textures and working with layers. In the case of this particular hand lettering style that we can see, we find that working with concepts of three-dimensionality are things that you want to get used to on a smaller scale before you start transitioning to a larger scale. Once you have done that, you can then start diversifying your skills and start looking to other mediums. For instance, you can definitely start working in a digital space where you start utilizing more modern design technology to create interesting textures and work with layers, where you can actually build on your graffiti tag and start to work with enhancing it in various ways that technology can allow you to do so. But again, this is where you can actually start to think about how you can print it and vectorize it for larger and smaller scale, maybe turning them into stickers. So working with a digital medium is a really great way to manipulate and enhance your graffiti tag in various ways to suit different type of graffiti approaches for both digital and print qualities. So the last stage would be then to expand your work into larger scale pieces. However, be wise when choosing how to do this. Again, vandalism is not necessarily an admirable way of approaching graffiti tagging anymore. However, there are many places within cities with abandoned walls that are potentially going to be deconstructed, and seeking out physical spaces is still a great way to understand how to represent your identity and skills as a graffiti artist on a larger scale through some traditional mediums such as spray paint, painting, and markers that you can utilize on textured surfaces such as walls. However, guys, this is just a general idea and the basic kind of breakdown on how to approach graffiti tagging, understanding a little bit about it, how it has developed over the past couple years, and how you can start very simple through some simple hand lettering styles where you develop your where you develop a sense of artistic identity within your particular graffiti where you develop your own unique style within your creative process, where you develop your own graffiti identity, and then how to kind of work with those concepts and apply them to more modern mediums such as digital design applications, and then working with those to create maybe other unique objects such as stickers and large scale prints. But otherwise, guys, there are many ways to pursue graffiti, and graffiti obviously is a genre that can be understood in various ways, in various mediums, and then working your way up to large scale kind of pieces where you start to explore things like murals and more traditional styles of graffiti is something you can build up to, from smaller scale pieces to larger scale pieces. But otherwise, guys, that is it for today. If you did like this video and are interested in similar or related topics, please do let us know in the comment section below, and you can show your support by liking and subscribing. This helps us to grow the channel, which enables us to make more art related content for you guys, which we love to do. But otherwise, thanks again for tuning in. That is it from me today. Until next time, cheers.